Hey guys, it's Paul and Jang. I'm going to go over what I think is really important when you are looking to buy land to build on. Okay, so uh, the most important thing is, does the property have road access? In almost all situations, whenever you build, you will want easy access to a road because you're going to have to bring lumber or steel materials over to your property, and without that, it increases the cost pretty exponentially, and you'll always have a difficult time getting to the property if you ever want to build on it. So road access, right now I'm using MapRight, but there's other tools out there, Parcel Fact, MapGlide, um, Google Earth, right? If they give you a GPS coordinate, you can basically see if a property has road access. And so there's a couple of things that you have to look for. So some land are in subdivision. So if you could see over here that like these have been broken up into bigger chunks, but then over here these areas have been increasingly subdivided. So into basically quarter lots or maybe even smaller. To basically fit houses on a block, and in these cases, there might be an HOA that you might want to know. Usually, if there's houses like this bunched together, there will be utilities, so it's not really a problem there. But there might be some code things that your builder will have to know whenever you get to that. The most important thing for you will be, is there an HOA of some sort? Um, the other, and if that HOA does things that you're happy about, or if you want to be more rural, so if we go to the outskirts of another area, well, look at this. So here's this property, William T. Hubona, right, who's on Scottville Road. It looks like there's a road here, so she could, if you were gonna build on this, you could put a road extending and go deeper in, or maybe clear this wooden area and be closer to the road. That's highly dependent on you, in terms of what style you want to do. Some of the things that you want to look out for is the timber. If you have here some land, you're gonna have to clear that out, so there's going to be some kind of cost there for us, for basically getting that land out. It'll run a couple $1,000s for you to do that. One of the things that you will want to know is, if you use MapRight, they have a map feature, an overlay feature for wetlands. And so if you're kind of near, closer to the water, you'll want to check to see if there's wetlands involved. And basically, the thing that you're keeping an eye out for is, would this place get flooded? And if it would, you might need flood insurance, right? Or you might need to put the property on a higher platform and raise it up. So these are some of the things that you'll have to consider when you're doing that. Most builders, if you go in a certain area, will know to look at these things. So it's not really important for you, but something to keep an eye on. The main things that you really want to look for is road access, and then just kind of considering, do you want it already cleared, or not? Do you want it private and go deeper in, so that there's more privacy, right? If you're picking up more of a rural lot. Um, some of the things that you'll have to consider is, do I want a mobile home, a cabin home, a steel home, a manufactured home? All of these things have certain costs to it, that whoever that final person is, the builder or manufacturer that you're going to work with, will kind of give you an outline. So if you go into, like a subdivided part here that's like laid out here, there'll be utilities. But for most people that are over here, you might want to have to do a perk test to get a septic tank. If not, you can use portable, like for sanitation and waste use, things like that. If you want to be self-sustaining, like, you can do other things, nature stuff, to basically get away with all of that, and you want to live a little bit more off-grid. There's options there for you. I wouldn't discount those. Just consider some of those things and some of the costs there, right? Same thing for electricity or power. There's a lot of people that go rural and then choose, maybe if there's no electric line over here, like, at this point, it might be, there might be electricity and power if you extend it. But let's see if we could go a little bit more rural. Like, if we go off into maybe over here where Benjamin Brewster is, if you want your property over here, those utility lines might not necessarily be there, right? And in those situations, um, You'll probably use propane tanks, haul water of some sort. Um, that's really popular as well. So those are some of the things that I would consider. I would work with someone to have the end picture in mind whenever you're doing these things. If you aren't exactly sure if you want to go mobile home, cabin, or any of these things, the big things you really want to look for is access to the road, how easy it is, and then if utilities are going to be important for you. If it's going to be utilities, then you're going to have to look inland to the city. If that's not as important to you and you want more acreage, I'd go in that direction. With water, in many cases, you could just dig to get a water well, but many people do haul water or collect rain and store that as more of a self-sustaining way for like rural land. So rural living. So these are some of the things that you'll want to look out for. So that's it. If you're interested in land investing, it is how my wife and I were able to get out of our jobs. Um, for those that are looking to build, you can pick up property. We tend to pick up property 25 cents to 50 cents on the dollar, and so we like to do that. And so if you're not like set on being on this specific road or this specific area in town, there's opportunities for you to pick up property much cheaper than if you're going to go retail like on Zillow.com or the MLS and find one specific for you. So if you're not in a huge rush, what I would do personally is I would go to a certain county that I'm interested in, and then market to that area, pick up something for 25 cents, 50 cents on the dollar, um, and then keep it for myself if I plan on building in the future. If not, flip that over for more money. So that's just personally what I would do, but I'm in the business. If that's something you're interested, it is in the description below. Otherwise, subscribe, like this channel. I appreciate your time.